Now, President Cyril Ramaphosa's leadership skills and abilities have been in the spotlight for quite some time now. He'll be facing the first no-confidence motion in his leadership on the 30th of March. The National Assembly will also debate his cabinet's fitness on the same day. ATM spokesperson Zama Ntshona joins me now live to discuss this further. Good morning, Zama. Thank you very much for your time this morning. You in particular had been the party that had made the submission for that no-confidence debate and vote against the president. The date now has been announced. It will be the 30th of March. Are you particularly pleased? Give us your reaction.
Thank you very much. Let me say good morning to you and the viewers. As the African Transformation Movement, we've been looking forward to this particular day. We believe that the president has lost reins and control of the country a long time ago. If you remember, that as early as the 20th of February 2020, we already placed him on a scale, on a balance, and we saw that his leadership was truly hanging on a balance, truly speaking. So it is very, we are looking forward to this particular engagement where we will be able to showcase to the country at large why is it that as the African Transformation Movement we believe that President Ramaphosa is truly not the right man to actually be at the pinnacle of power as far as this country is concerned.
You call it an engagement. Perhaps it's something to note that specific statement. You call it an engagement. Is this really about the numbers? Because if we look at the numbers themselves, they don't stack up in your favor. It's 230 for the ANC, where you've got 400 seats. I mean, many would argue that even if you were to convince the other opposition to vote with you, you still would fall short. Or are you betting on some ANC members voting with you? Or really, like you say, it's more of an engagement which would allow you to actually critique the president?
Well, yes, it is an engagement, but it is a bit more than that. In that we are, when you look, let me just give you a few examples, for instance. People are usually stuck in the issues of numbers and they forget that individuals were voted into, or were actually sent to the National Assembly to be independent members of parliament with integrity. When they took an oath of office, they did not take an oath of office as a collective, but they took an oath of office as individuals. Now, it is for us to appeal to their conscience so that they see the troubles we are faced with as a country. As early as within the 12 to 18 months of his leadership, when you look at the irregular expenditure, it moved from the 5th administration, which was 52 billion, to 83 billion in the 6th administration. Debt to GDP within that particular time as well had moved to 82%, which means of every 10 rand we make, 8 rand 20 cents goes to servicing debt. And since then, things have spiraled to actually to a state of paralysis for the country. The state-owned enterprises, ultimate law, the first time South Africa, the investment outlook, we are in the negative. So we want to appeal to the conscience of patriots in this country. We're calling on patriots to say, we see this for what it is. This is a drowning president and drowning us as a country as well.
Now, what had initially delayed this motion of no confidence was your request to actually have it in secret. That has failed. It will be open. So you still believe that you're not deterred by this. You would still believe that some, as you say, you want to appeal to their consciousness, they would then vote with you.
It is said that in this day and age, the speaker wouldn't realize the challenges that are faced by the members of parliament. She has actually, unfortunately, missed an opportunity to protect them right now. Just an easy, closest example. There's a member of the ANC for merely asking the president to appear before SCOPA. That member right now has been put aside. And following that, that member has been reporting reports of danger to life, death threats. And if you were to remember, our president also got death threats. When we went to the Cape Town High Court, we had already opened a case in the Goodwill police station in Cape Town because we were receiving death threats. So it is truly baffling why the speaker couldn't come to terms to see what because it is upon two things that we have asked for the secret ballot. Number one, the protection of lives. Number two, the protection of livelihoods. And also, just look into this with me. When we put this president, and when we elected a president, it was on a secret ballot. And when you dethrone a president, you want it to be an open ballot. It baffles me, that kind of thinking. The stakes are higher now than they were when the president was being, when we were electing for a president. So it is truly baffling that the Speaker of Parliament lost this opportunity to protect the lives of the members of Parliament and their livelihoods, but most importantly, to assure that democracy is at play. Truly, we're looking forward to a time where people will be protected, and upon receiving that protection, they can vote, not worried that would they have food tomorrow or would they be still alive the following day. But unfortunately, the Speaker lost that opportunity.
Zama, we have run out of time, but just quickly, this vote of no confidence will actually take place at the same time with that on the Cabinet. It will be a no confidence vote against Cabinet that was brought by the Democratic Alliance. Your reaction to that?
Well, when you look at the failing captain and the people and his ministers, it would have been nice to actually look at it as a standalone issue. But truth be told, it is not just a failing captain. The ministers are failing as well. And if you were to extend it, you would say that the 28 years under the liberation movement, truly we have had an unfortunate circumstance where we are ruled by a governing party that is not interested in assisting the people of the country.
Okay, apologies there to interject, but thank you very much. We have unfortunately run out of time. That was ATM's Zama Ntshona.